Yo, we
Hello.
are back.
Hello.
It has been a monumental week of events in WA. Weekend, let's say.
There's been a
There's been a few things
few
on.
things, yeah. There's been actually a fair few events lately, which is good.
Yeah, it's actually surprising considering WA was meant, or like considered by most as kind of like a laid back and relaxed state that does fuck all. Maybe.
There's nothing.
And that's a lie.
Yeah, there's been a fair bit on lately, eh? Like,
How about we start with what you've been to, and then we'll touch on some of the stuff that we've been to together.
yeah, okay. So D1 Round 5 down in Collie.
Mm-hmm. That was sick.
That was a sick day. That was sick. It was a 2-day event. I just went for the D1 comp day, so the Round 5, and then the Sunday was like just a come fucking drive day, you know, like a
Matsuri kind of thing.
Yeah, Matsuri. I just went for the comp. That was sick. It was just a good day, you know. So it was at Collie Stadium.
Yep.
That was sick. And then the weekend after that was like Cars in the Valley with the AAC guys, or however you want to say, Ayani, or whatever. How do you say it?
Yeah. Ayani Car Collective, I think, so ACC.
Yeah, so they're more supercars and shit like that, and high-end luxury cars and blah, 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 and like the Lee collection. And so that was on in the morning. I went there in the morning, and then Japanese car day
Crown.
at
/
Crown in the
Buzzword.
Arvo.
Mm.
And then there was also classic cars and coffee on as well. So there was
Just a lot.
There was just a lot on that Sunday. Like D1 was dope, like fucking dope. I was there from, you know, when it first started till it finished at like 6. So it was a big day. And Cars in the Valley was pretty cool. Like it was like a real nice spot. It wasn't just like a car park, you know. So I had like some real nice atmosphere, some good cars. The first Cars in the Valley was sick. I think maybe because the car park was smaller, maybe it seemed like there were more cars. But I don't know, like I was expecting more, like some more cars from the Lee collection. You know, because the Lee collection, let's be honest, like they got fucking shitloads of cars. So I was expecting more apart from just 2 Lambos, really. Like,
yeah, but I think it's one of those things was like, you've got to get the cars to the event.
yes.
And it's just like,
I understand that. But come on, bro. They're fucking multi-millionaires. What, you can't afford a $150 tow truck? Like, come on, man. Like, fuck off.
but it's becoming like a, monthly event almost.
I think it's like every 2 or 3 months.
Yeah, because another one in November now, I'm pretty sure.
Yeah. But I mean, man, when you've got that much money, like the Lee collection, let's be honest, like it probably costs them more money in insurance just to have the cars or regos than a fucking couple tow trucks a month or every 2 months. Like tow trucks to them would be fucking nothing. They probably own the tow trucks, man.
Probably. You never know why.
So, like, yeah, it was a sick turnout. There's some good mix of, like, variety of cars. Jap cars, classic cars, supercars, bikes, and luxury cars and shit. But, yeah, I don't know. It just seemed a little lackluster.
Do you reckon it's because it's been
So
pretty hyped, but also pretty recently there was one, like, a couple of months back as well.
Yeah, I was there too.
So it's
that
like,
one was good. But, I mean, I felt like the Lee collection brought more out, like, you know. But, yeah, I was expecting, like at least, like a hypercar, at least. Like, there's like a Bugatti in Perth. Like, I think there's, like, 4 of them. So you're like, hey, guys, like.
did you see the McLaren P1 at Tarmac City? It was, it was with KYP. So they had it next to a centre.
Oh, yeah, no, I didn't, because I rocked up late to the tarmac. I missed it, so I only got to catch like the last tail end of like the cars doing the runs, and then by the time they finished, I walked around, and then everyone was sort of packing up. So
yeah,
I missed
fair enough.
most of the all the hot rods and shit like that. So that's because I rocked up late. But yeah, ACC was dope, and then Japanese car day was just like the Crown car park, which is a shithole. Like it's not a nice car park, but there were some nice cars. And then this weekend was Festival of Speed.
Yes.
You went down to, so...
Yeah, it was good. I went down on the Sunday. Just nice vibe, good atmosphere. In hindsight, probably should have brought my car because I came with a friend from work, so we just drove in, parked, and then walked in.
Yeah, it would have cost you like $10 to park inside the track.
Yeah, and then you can just like
track,
chill on the hill and just watch what's going on.
Yeah.
But no, it was good. It wasn't too hot as well. Some pretty sick cars. Twin turbo Lambo there, the Alpha Kit.
Yeah.
That was fucking dope. GT3 RS as well.
Yeah, with the red decals. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. What else? There was a F40 Ferrari in the Shannon's insurance thing.
Just a couple mil sitting there. Yeah.
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 There's
a couple P1s and...
Yeah, there's a nice 765 LT that was like in McLaren special option purple that looked really good. I was like, that's probably one of the standout cars there. There's a really nice 34 GTR midnight purple from Sea Red.
Yeah.
That was sick with the gold RB26.
Yeah. It's got gold turbo, gold fucking rock cover. And
yeah,
that thing's kicking.
And then I went and saw the Time Attack stuff and Mad Mike's Mazda 3. If you want to call it a Mazda 3 anymore. It's just fucking insane, dude.
It's a Mazda, yeah.
It's a Mazda. That's all we can say.
I don't know.
The Extreme GTR was fucking... I was looking forward to that, but it didn't run.
I got to see it when I first rocked up. So like 9 o'clock. But
yeah.
I mean, it was just doing like warm-up laps. And then it did one hot lap and it didn't even make it. And then it blew its engine. And I was just like, I wasn't there for that thing anyway. Like, it's cool, but... Bro, whoop-de-doo. You see... Bro, the lap is like... It's a 59 or 58 second lap. Like, it's not that crazy, is it? I don't know.
Is the quickest tin-top car that's been around there.
Yeah. Oh, man, when that thing was booking down the straight, though... Fuck, man. It's just boom. Yeah.
Yeah, it's cool.
It's quick, but like, I don't know. That shit doesn't... It's cool, but doesn't really excite me that much.
Yeah, it's more my cup of tea.
Yeah.
Well, I think you were more keen for the drifting and shit.
I was all drifting. Like, yeah. I was hanging out at the drift school most of the day, just like...
Dude,
talking to them.
Hats off to drift school and like all the guys that we've had on the podcast and everyone that we have met through that program because like... Dude, you were saying, just non-stop drifting, man.
Bro, it was like 2 days of just constant drifting on the infield. Yes, they had like the drift exhibitions and shit like that on the main track, but that was like Luke Veersma, Michelana,
Mad Mike.
Yeah, Mad Mike, and then there was, I think, Nick Owens.
Yep.
And there was a couple other of the D1 boys, but...
Yeah.
But yeah, the drift school guys, it was just 2 days of just shredding tires all day, every day. Like, all day, 2 days, so. And
there was like, a lot of the time it's just decent proximity runs. They had passengers in there just having a good time.
Just going fucking crazy. Yeah, so I rocked up in the morning on the Sunday. I didn't go Saturday because I went and seen Sammy's comp. So
we'll talk about that later.
We'll talk about that later. So I rocked up 9 o'clock in the morning and I got to see the Extreme GTR do a couple laps. And I was like, it's cool. Tried to get a couple shots. But the whole just event reminded me of what Power Cruise used to be like 10 years ago. So like when I was 18, so that's 12, 13 years ago. 12 years ago, actually. So...
Showing your age there, mate.
Yeah, I know, right? So like Power Cruise back then, it was like all up the hill was all packed out full of cars and people
just watching.
Camping.
Yeah. Oh, nice.
So where we parked, which was just outside that used to be like a big dust bowl that was all full of cars as well. And that used to all be people camping. And then you walk all the way around and there was like food trucks, people camping all along there, all cars everywhere. And then even when you go through the pits, that's where all like the VIPs and shit were.
Yep.
And this was before the infield. So that's what Power Cruise used to be like. It used to be packed out.
Yeah.
Motherfuckers everywhere. Sick vibe. DJs, food, it was just fucking awesome. It was epic.
Yeah.
And then it was just like all day, it was just something happening on track, like whether it was drag racing, roll racing, sprint, the Super Cruise, burnouts. Like there was always something on. It was sick. So
nice.
Festival of Speed reminded me of what the OG Power Cruise used to be like, except it was organised and I think run a bit better. Like, there was more luxury cars. There wasn't so much as the bogan cars that Power Cruise was. It was more like nice, classic JDM, like tasteful mods. There wasn't just your clapped out commies, you clapped out Civics, or you know, it was nice. Like if there was a commie, you looked at it and you're like, oh, that's a nice Commodore. Like it, you know, you could tell it had a fucking Harrop supercharger on it or some shit. You know, like so. Yeah, and there was like a fucking good variety of your supercars to your basic JDMs and shit like that. And yeah, there was just so many cars that like you're like, holy fuck, I didn't know. Like you just see this wide body RX-7 with like the gold trim and like massive wing, and you're like, where's this car been hiding? You know,
there's a few like that, eh?
And you're just like, what the fuck? I didn't know Perth had that.
Yeah.
Like the twin turbo Lambo. Like, where's this car hiding? All right, it probably goes to Roll Racing and shit like that, but. You know?
If you don't go, you don't know.
You don't
right?
go. Yeah, that's what I mean. Like, so it was dope to walk around and like really check out the cars,
take it in.
You know what I mean, and grab a bite to eat and watch some drifting and shit like that.
Yeah.
But most of the time, I just hung out in the drift school infield and just watched the boys rip it and talk shit to them. Yeah, it was good.
Nice.
It was fucking sick. I had a good day.
What time did you end up leaving the track?
I left at 4:30, so just after the drift. The last drift exhibition, I was like, I'm gone. I was like, I'm fucking hungry. I've been in the sun since 9 o'clock. I was toasted, bro.
Yep.
Yeah. So.
Yeah. And you probably beat most people like going at the end of the day as well. Because last thing you want to do is get stuck in fucking traffic trying to leave.
Yeah. Yeah. So, no, it was fucking sick. Like, I have a few comments about Mad Mike. Not him personally. He's like, I watched his interview he did like in the tent, and he seems like a really humble guy. Like, obviously I didn't have a conversation with him, so I can't judge on his like character. But I mean, you're known for drifting, not so much time attack and shit, and hill climb and shit like that, right? You bought a car that you wanted to do both in. Time attack, your car needs to be set up for grip.
Yeah.
Drifting, your car. All right, needs grip, but it's not designed
to be overly grippy.
Yes.
Yeah.
So he was trying to do both in that car. And it's like, man, I was watching him drift. He was taking a really shallow line just to keep up with Mitch and Luke Versma.
Yeah.
Because obviously they're like, this is their home turf. They fucking know this track. They hang it sideways. They smoke it up. So watching Mad Mike drift, yeah, the dude could drive. Don't get me wrong. I'm not saying he can't. But because of his car, it was sort of like built for two things. He was taking a really shallow line. Like he didn't have much angle. The proximity wasn't really there. If like Mitch or Luke was in front, that was just leaving him in the dust, you know? So it would have been sick if he just brought a car that was purely dedicated for drift and actually put on a proper drift show. You know, maybe did some in-laps with the boys or whatever.
Yeah.
But yeah, it was
I get
more,
what you mean.
You know what I mean? But it was like, oh, he's doing a little bit of drifting, a little bit of fucking time.
Bit of everything like, sort of thing.
So that was like my only thing was like, come on, man. Like,
to be fair, he did do that at World Time Attack as well. Same car.
I think it's like, hey,
this car can do it all.
We've got Mad Mike. Like, hey, come see Mad Mike. Like, you be grateful that he's here drifting and doing this and that.
Yeah.
So,
because who knows? Maybe next year will be the McLaren.
Well, yeah, don't know.
So,
yeah, so I was just like, oh, it would have been cool if he brought a full dedicated drift car and just like fucking let loose on the drifting. But when you do see that car, like his cars are next level.
Fucking insane, dude.
Let's be honest. The dude's sponsored by Mazda,
Red Bull.
I think we were saying Gran Turismo. Yeah, like Gran Turismo stickers on there. Toyo tires.
Toyo is one. Gran Turismo, I think, is from Pikes Peak.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
He's also sponsored by Hot Wheels, bro.
Yeah.
So, like...
Big names, eh?
The dude's got fucking endless deep pockets, bro. Like, endless. So, yeah, it was fucking cool to see either way.
Very cool.
But, yeah, I just hope that it, like, sheds light on Veersma and Mitch. Because Mitch has been to NZ a few times. I think he won a championship there. I think he went to Europe and won Drift All-Stars or a championship like a while, like years back.
Yeah.
So like it'd be good to see Mitch and Luke fucking properly get their names out and get the publicity and shit. So
yeah, Because I remember in the when they're doing the pit walk section, they were interviewing Luke, and they were kind of like, "Oh, what's your next steps?" Blah blah, blah sort of thing. And he sort of alluded to on the podcast episode with us, but also mentioned like, it might be moving to a new chassis, but long-term goal is always to go to Europe and compete in Drift Masters.
Yeah.
So
that's why I think D1, the championship D1 meant so much to Luke as well. Because it was like, hey, if I get this under my belt, then I can at least
you got
prove,
something.
I can prove, hey, I won my local. I can win fucking my state or whatever, then go to Europe or some shit. So
and I'm sure not like hopefully people don't think this sort of shit, but like you don't win the World of Time Attack Drift Cup by like fluke either. So it's just like
and coming third the next year. So it's like, hey, we can still back it up.
100%.
And then it's like we won D1WA. Like people think, oh yeah, D1 is just grassroots, but when you think about it, most of the cars are running LSAs anyway. Like they're
it
all
is not
7,
grassroots,
8,
man. Yeah,
they're not. Like Nishi D Drift School, that's more grassroots. You know what I mean? Like there's more your Sylvias with SRs, CAs, and RBs, and like your Falcons with your
Barras,
and shit like that.
Yeah,
and then you go to D1, and it's like they've all got
tube rear ends and shit and all this.
Tube front, rear, the whole kit and caboodle, wise fab, left, right, and center, and LSAs. They're all running LSAs or turboed LSs. And if not, then it's like you'll see 1 or 2 RBs, but the RBs have got 700-800 horsepower. And they're basically running sequentials and quick change diffs and shit like that. So,
this is like your proper teams though, like Visma, for example, Nick Owens and stuff. You've still got your privateers that are, let's say, not as kitted up.
Yeah, but they're still rocking 700-800 horsepower RBs, and they've still got all the bells and whistles.
Yeah.
But they're so yeah, I just don't want people to think that like, oh, D1, it's only
easy comp or
WA,
something.
it's whatever, who gives a fuck. But it's like these guys are still trying to win. Like they're still spending big money to be there. So
100%.
So yeah, good on Luke for winning that.
And
sure. Hopefully he does get his name out. Because it is sick to see. Like the dude can fucking drive.
He's still pretty young as well, man. So like he's got a lot of years ahead of him too, which is sick.
I was just a bit, I don't know, disappointed that Mitch maybe didn't do any D1 this year. I don't know, maybe who knows,
next year maybe.
I just love seeing that Corolla shred, man, and that dude he can fucking drive. So it'd be sick to see him and Luke like sort of really push their limits
in D1 or something.
In D1 or in general, whatever, but I don't know, maybe Mitch has his reasons why he doesn't want to do it, and maybe he thinks he's too big for it. I don't know.
He did go, I'm pretty sure I saw him in Brody Marr and Tassie ripping different cars, not the Corolla.
Yeah, he was in Tassie with just a S13, and I think he won that event too. So, I mean, he did go to the LZ festival, had supercharger issues, won he won the. They had like 2. What did they do? They did he had to battle his way into like race the big boy or drift with the big boys. So he won that, and then I think his fucking car. He's just always got car issues. But yeah, so
it's fucking insane though. It's like this little fucking KE Corolla with a fucking
LSA in it.
Yeah, it's just insane. Like who the fuck?
I know, bro.
But it's sick.
But it's just LS the world, bro. Like
yeah, it seems to be like the motor to go to.
Yeah, like you have a chat to a lot of these drift guys, like even Danny and a few other boys at drift school, and they're like, yeah, you put an LS in it and you become a lazy drifter. And I'm like, yes, I understand that. Right? You have to work a lot harder with an SR or an RB, and it makes drifting more fun. But then you have to look at it from the other point of view. If you are racing, or if you're competing D1, why would you make life harder for yourself?
Yeah.
You wouldn't. You'd try and get an edge over everyone. So you would go LS because it makes your life easier. You don't have to be on the limiter. You don't have to be in the right rev range when you're changing gears or whatever,
It makes your window of like being able to skillfully drift larger because you don't have to be like this narrow fucking
window for your RB or your SR to be on power. So it's like, I get where they're coming from. It sort of takes away from the purity and how to be a better driver. But then if you're competing to win, why wouldn't you want that edge?
Correct.
Over the competition. So of course you're going to just chuck a fucking LS or an LSA in it, or turbo LS. So
yeah,
I get the argument, but there's always two sides to the coin.
Yeah, for sure. But it was fucking sick, man. There was a stock-ish GR86 out there shredding in drift school. I was like, what the fuck?
Jamie Worrells? I think it was Jamie Worrells, yeah.
Yeah.
Yes.
I believe it is, actually.
Yeah, so he got that car. One of the boys was telling me he got that car. It was like a stat write-off with like a front-end damage.
Yep.
Just fixed up the front end and then stock fucking new 86 shredding. I was like, that's cool as shit, man.
Yeah.
1,000 Ks on the clock.
I just wasn't expecting it, but it was fucking cool.
I was like, damn.
There's also this really sick Datto 240Z that was like full time tax spec, RB26 engine in it. This light blue.
The blue one, yeah.
I was just like, what the...
why wasn't that at Tarmac West? That wasn't at Tarmac West. That seemed like the perfect car. Yeah, 26, blue, wide body. I was like, that's cool as shit, man.
It's one of those things, I think it's like probably designed to be on a circuit more so than street.
Yeah. And I mean, like, Festival of Speed, I think, like, it's all by invite sort of deal.
Yeah, it was a bit interesting, like, because I had a hill climb, a time attack sprint, and I was like...
The Heritage.
Yeah.
Whatever. So.
And it was just like, I don't remember seeing much advertising for it, so it may very well have been invite only. Yeah. Like, you had to be a part of the...
I think, like, Luke, Mitch, like, and a few of the other...
You've got to have a name.
Yeah, I think they were all, like, invite for the show, and then Drift School was like, hey, Drift School, you just keep going with that. And
pretty sick event, man. And I'm pretty sure they've already indicated there's probably going to be another one next year.
Well, they did it last year.
I don't fucking know, man.
Yeah, man. Like, if you actually go on their Festival of Speed, like, you'll see this is the second one that they've done.
Who was this at last year's, if you recall?
Oh, man, I don't know.
Because I just don't even remember hearing about it.
Yeah, that's what it means. Like, it's like the first thing first time I've heard about it.
They must have paid for, like, Facebook advertising or something.
I don't know. I'll quickly have a look.
Because, yeah, I saw the event pop up in the recommended for you stuff, and I was like, oh, this looks sick. And then as soon as it started to get closer to the date, that's when they started teasing, like, guest drivers and Mad Mike, etc. All that came up.
Well, I know that Tarmac West have already booked it in for the same time next year.
Yep, I saw that. This is today, I think, yeah?
Yeah. I was like, fuck yeah, I'm going to take a couple of days off, maybe message him for...
Media.
That'd
be sick.
Nah, it just goes back to 2024. So maybe, I don't know, it wasn't last year, but I seen somewhere that this was like the second year.
Well, they really turned it up.
Yeah.
Did
sick. You see that fucking Mickey guy from Throttle? I didn't see him.
I did.
He was there, and apparently Danzy had a chat to him, but I was like, who really wants to fucking talk to him anyway?
I saw him checking out some cars. I was like, cool. You know, he's a YouTuber. Like, I don't really feel the need to go up to him like, hey, man.
Hey, bro. I love your YouTube that you sold out anyway.
Like, it is what it is, you know? Like, I'm the type of person to appreciate what people do from afar. Like, I don't feel like I need to go up to him and be like, I'm your biggest fan, bro. Can you sign my shit? I'm just dude, I respect what you do. But
he doesn't even build any of the cars. Like, he has a team for that. Like, he's just the face, and that's his brand. That's it. Like,
yeah. I mean, that's the same with TJ Hunt and all that sort of stuff. So it's just like...
TJ irritates me, man. Like, I can't stand watching his videos. I'm like, can you just shut the fuck up? Stop fucking talking. Show me the cars and show me the builds and shit like that. Like, his videos are 45 minutes. They could legit be 10 minutes if you just cut out all the bullshit.
Yeah.
I don't care about your stupid fucking... just all this bullshit, bro. Yeah.
Just this YouTubers, man. Like, they build their audience that way, and people actually like that.
People love that shit, bro.
Yeah, they froth it, man. It's just like, I get it to a point, but it's like, come on, man. Just live your own life too.
I know.
It's better to kind of build your own shit rather than watch other people build stuff, in my opinion.
Yeah, I've like completely stopped watching YouTube. I've stopped watching, like, I watch every now and then. I watch something on F1, but like, yeah, I've stopped watching LZ.
It's a big time sink, eh?
Yeah, I'm just...
Because it's just like, where do you find the time to follow every video release for a certain channel or whatever it may be? Yeah. It's just insane. I don't have the time for it anymore.
But you know what I've realized? It's all the same shit now.
Yeah,
Like LZ, everything he does is the same. He's just like, I bought a new chassis. We're going to throw 100K at it. That's it. It's like, hey, I bought this car. We're going to put the best of the best. We're going to respray it. We're going to wide body. We're going to put this engine in, and we're going to make it 600-700 horsepower. And then we're going to drift it. I'm like, oh, yeah. And then we're going to release T-shirts. Hey, it's our next giveaway car. It's like, it's the same thing.
It's an algorithm, bro.
Yeah, it's over and over again. And TJ's the same thing. Buys a new car. We're going to wide body it. We're going to do this. It's going to be the one of a kind. I'm like, yeah, okay, cool. Same as Throttle. Oh, we're going to make a replica of the Fast and Furious cars and show it off at the fucking SEMA.
Yeah.
You know? They're all the same.
Yeah, and it's just like the people that have the smallest sort of stuff that is genuinely like groundbreaking, like sick stuff, like fucking Garage Active from Japan.
Motive DVD.
Stuff like that,
what he's doing with GDRs and shit like that. Like, it's actual informational shit. It actually teaches you, hey, this is what you got to do. We're testing. We're actually testing, developing. You know? PRP comes on, what's his name? Herman. Whatever the fuck his name is. Herman, who owns Platinum Racing Products.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, I forgot what his full name is. But yeah, he comes on and he goes, this is how we test blocks. Shows you how to test blocks.
And then they got the fucking patent to build their own blocks now as well. Yeah. That's sick. Yeah.
This is how we test for thickness, and then like runs through everything.
Yeah, it's cool.
He goes, let's compare a Barra to a 2J to an RB and see which one's harder, just, you know. Like, it's actual informational shit.
Yeah.
Whereas these other guys, it's like...
It's brain rot, really.
Yeah.
So, I mean...
we say it's brain rot, but I just watch anime now. So it's even more brain rot.
I mean...
I watch anime while I edit, so it's just background noise. I'm justifying myself right now.
No, it's fine. But the other thing as well is like, I guess it depends what you want out of entertainment. Like if it's just on while you do something else and you don't mind just like zoning out, that's like power to you. Fine, that's all good. Yeah. It's just, everyone's got their own, I guess, ways that they unwind.
Yeah, I just went through like a period where I was like really watching all these guys, and then I started realizing like it's all the same shit. It is all the same. Buy a car, like I said, throw a fuckload of cash at it. That's it.
I find I gravitate more towards the people who are doing very like basic vlogging about things that they are doing in the car scene. So if it's like, oh cool, there's a person that's building an FL5 time attack car in grid to compete in grid life. So I watch that because it's relevant to my car and what they're doing to push a platform. And it's just like he's only got, 5,000, 6,000 subscribers or whatever. To me, that's more value for my time.
Because it connects to you more.
Correct.
Than someone who's got an endless supply of money and can just throw stupid amounts of fucking products at their car. Yeah. Because it doesn't apply to you. It doesn't apply to me. Okay? LZ has an E46, similar setup to mine. Has an LS in it. But at the same time, he can just throw as much money as he wants at it, and he's got all the bells and whistles for everything, and his car looks immaculate because he's got his own spray booth and blah, blah, blah. And I'm like, that it applied to me because you have the same car, but that's it.
Yeah, so it stops at that point. Yeah. Whereas like if it was, say, a different story where grassroots doesn't really have much money.
Scraping by like, hey guys, like I've had to use this fucking like random hose to fix my brakes or some shit, like, you know, I had to cable tie this, but he's like, no, we'll just put another engine in it.
Yeah, it's something becomes a lot less relatable, let's say.
Yeah.
But hey, I think there was a golden era of YouTube, mate, let's say, where like people were kind of at the beginning stage and there was a lot not a lot, but there's a few that people kind of gravitated towards, and that's what has made them successful today.
Yeah, I think like it sort of peaked when LZ got his compound. So like LZ got his compound, Hoonigan just bought that new compound as well, that new building.
Yep.
TJ, I never really gave a fuck about TJ. You know what I mean? So
yeah.
There was a couple of others when they were just like starting to make moves, and then all of a sudden
everyone started doing the same shit.
Yeah, started doing the same shit, and then Hoonigan sold, and now I think they're gone bankrupt or some shit. They filed for something. Throttle sold as well. Who else? I think there was like another company, but I don't know. Donut Media.
Yep.
Donut was good, but then it legit was just like quantity over quality.
Yeah, I noticed that.
Like they were sick, and then it was just like every day a new video of something different, and I was, doing the same thing, builds and this and that. But now like all these people have split off and done their own thing. Mm-hmm. So I don't know.
It is what it is. Whatever makes you money. I mean, at the end of the day, I say we, but there are people out there that just consume that like no tomorrow and like will go to fan meets and stuff like that.
Yeah, well, good on them. If they like that, then fair enough. At the end of the day, I'm just telling you how I feel, and I think I got better ways to spend my time. So
I think eventually you get to a point where, because like I don't know if I've noticed a pattern where a lot of those people that kind of really are into YouTubers and stuff like that just tend to be much of a younger audience. Yeah. You don't really see like older gentlemen who are just like going up to fucking TJ and Dustin and be like, "Hey man,
I'll suck your dick, man. You're the best fucking YouTuber in
It's
the
like
world."
the younger crowd that's like, "Oh, I got my first car, I'm starting to mod it, blah blah blah," and then eventually I think you phase out of that and then you sort of focus on other things in life.
Yeah.
But well, that's the journey I've been on at least. So
well, that's the thing. Like when I was building my Sylvia, you didn't have any of that shit.
Yeah,
you had to do it yourself. Whereas I think kids these days, they buy a car and they realize, I don't have the money to mod it. I'll just watch someone modding.
Yeah, that or just fucking post in a Facebook group and it's just like, bruh.
Come on, man.
There is a search function. If you really wanted to learn, you could use that, and it has been answered like 500 times already. Just, show just a little bit. Do your
own research instead
100%,
of like
man.
Wanting the easy way out for everything.
Yeah, it's
learn by doing, bro. Learn by making mistakes. That's how I learned.
100%, man.
Putting cars into bins, bro. I'm like, shit, I've got to fix it now.
All right, let's move on to Power Mania and the Night of Champions.
Yeah.
What a fucking sick name, bro. I like that.
Power Mania, yeah.
And the fucking Night of Champions.
You got there. You got there well early, eh?
Yeah, I was volunteering for the first, let's say, the morning event stint. Let's put it that way.
First half.
Yeah, so the Powerlifting Association, APA, whatever it is, has now sort of come out and said if you want to compete, they would like people to volunteer to keep the sport going, which I understand.
I get it, because, I mean, like, they need people to fucking help out.
100%, man.
And if people aren't doing it, they're like, oh, we got to pay people, and then obviously they're not making money, so...
Yeah, so
the dogs should have fucking made money with the amount they charged to get into the fucking event.
They did split that with the bodybuilding, whatever that was.
I don't give a fuck, bro. That's ridiculous. I'm not going back to a convention center event again.
I wonder if they will. I guess I might actually have a chat to them and see what they plan to do moving forward. Because I think you're not the only one that sort of made that comment.
No, everyone at the front counter was like, "Hold up, excuse me, how much is this?" Yeah. They're like, "Yeah, $70." I was like, "What the fuck?" They're like, "This is just a powerlifting and bodybuilding event. Like, why?"
Yeah.
This is fucking stupid. Sorry, I'm mad at that.
Yeah,
I'm still mad at that. The whole thing to pay to get in was just butchered. Went up there. Hi, yeah, I'm just after a ticket. Oh, yep, scan the QR code. I'm just like, oh, yep, where's the QR code? Oh, the QR code's not working. You have to go on Ticket Tech and buy a ticket. I was like, I have cash. How about I just give you cash and you put a fucking wristband on my arm?
Yeah.
And they were like, oh, no, you have to go on Ticket Tech and buy a ticket. I was like, I'm not a Ticket Tech member. You have to sign up. Too fucking bad. This is the only way you have to do it. I was like, this is actually fucking stupid. And she's like, don't shoot the messenger. I was like, I get that. But I'm telling you so you can tell your fucking boss.
Yeah.
And everyone was just like, what are you talking about? This is ridiculous. Yeah. But once I got over that hurdle, I was so mad. I was just
once Justin was done fucking flinging chairs around in the convention center and raging, things were actually good.
I was just like, what the fuck happened to just cash, bro? Yeah. So once I got over that, it was a good event.
Yeah, it was 100%. I mean, I have been to a powerlifting event before when Tim was competing, let's say last year, and that's that time I took my fucking Nikon and took some photos, which was sick. A lot more chilled compared to this, though. This one is like they had a pretty strict schedule around like when they were meant to start that first morning thing and finish it. So at the middle of that, when I was volunteering, they put me onto the other platform because they were finishing up shit quicker and all that sort of stuff. So it was a cool experience, but it's also, you can understand why they have so many spotters for certain things. Like above 180 kilos squat, you're meant to have 5 people. So
it's a lot of fucking weight, bro.
It is like, fuck, man.
Like maybe they could only need one on side to side, but like if someone passes out backwards, like or forwards, like fuck, you know.
Yeah, you got to be really on it because I'd say maybe 5 times I had to catch bars from either dropping or things like that, like people just failing, which is generally always going to be on their third set, which is fine. That's kind of what you're there for.
Yes,
but you have to be really on it.
Yeah, normally the first, like, because you get 3 attempts at every lift. The first one is just
safe.
Get something on the board.
Yep.
Second one's like, hey, we're going to, like, max. This is like, hey, I know I can hit it, but this is like RP10 or RP9. And then the third one's like, we're going for a PB. So we're most... 50% chance we're going to fail.
Yeah.
So it was cool to see, I rocked up at around 12. And what Sam went on at 1. Yeah, it was a good event. Like, you just yell at people. Like, you know, you just yell at people. It's great. That's all I did anyway. I did so much yelling, bro. Every time Sam came on, day 4, mate, fucking get it. And then every time his missus came on, come on, big day. Everyone's looking at me. I'm just yelling like, trying to hype him up. Yeah, it was sick.
No, it's sick. The athletes also do that to each other as well, which is awesome. It's like just a good vibe. It reminds me a little bit about drifting and grassroots time attack, where people are just like hell happy to help each other out and shit.
Yeah. It was cool to see. It was cool. I liked it. It was a long day. Got there at 12. I left at 10:30 at night. So
you fucking...
I was like, I'm just going to go watch Sam and then I'm going to fuck off. And then Sam was like, let's go get some food. I was like, all right. All night and champion starts. And I was like, I might as well watch my coach.
Yeah.
You know? And then that's when all the big boys came out and it was like, you know, squatting big numbers. So
I was tempted to go back for Night of Champions as well. I was like, do I not? But I was just like, I'm fucking tired.
Yeah, it's a long,
it's
a long way.
I just can't be fucked. Back. Yeah. But no, it was good, man. I did watch the stream for a bit. Yeah. And it's just, it's cool.
It was sick.
Nice vibes.
Yeah, you can see when the big dogs come out, everyone's just like yelling, get it up, come on. You know, I was like, heaps of hype. I was like, this is, you know, it's pretty cool to see. It was cool to see.
Did you at any point feel like competing yourself?
I was watching a few people and I was like, I am stronger than one dude in my weight class. And I was like, I'm just not there. And I was like, you know, I don't give a fuck about competing, man. Like, I don't have shit to prove to no one. My body is so busted. I don't give a fuck about competing. Like, it was cool just to be there, experience it, but I was like, some things I didn't like, some things I did like, you know. Like, I get it why people call it power fatties, you know, like mass moves mass, but then you're just a fat fuck. Like, you know, when you're over the 105s, under the 120s, or when you're a 120, it's just like, bro, you're just fat. Yeah, you're strong. You can lift a lot of weight, but at the same time, you're just chubby. I don't like that. And then like, you watch all the judges and all the people running it, and they're just eating fucking cupcakes. They're just eating chips. They're eating fucking lollies. I'm like,
it's a long day, bro.
Yeah, I get that. But like,
I don't think it's there every day sort of thing.
No, I know. You need quick carbs, but I'm like, that's why it's a bit of a joke.
Yeah.
That's why powerlifting's a bit of a joke. Like, you just see people eating snakes and shit. You're like, you're meant to be a fucking like athlete. Your body's a temple and you're eating all this fucking shit. And then like across the pond, you see all the bodybuilders and they're just like counting their rice, you know, counting their chicken. And you're like, oh my God. Just like
two very different extremes.
Yes, two extremes. You know, you got all these fucking chocolate people covering themselves in fucking paint. And then these people here just eating eating garbage,
eating a lot of stuff, covering themselves in chalk and lifting heavy ass
Yeah,
weights.
bro. I laughed when I seen their little blow up pond and then their little baby powder, and they're all just standing there like baby powdering themselves. I was like, this is hilarious. Like, yeah, you got to do what you got to do, but
Every bit counts, my friend.
yeah, I know. I'm not like it's just funny. It's just funny to see. And
no, I was watching it at points. And I was just like, fuck, I want to try. Like, I want to compete. So,
well, you've been saying it, but you keep fucking yourself around. You're in like practice or whatever it is. You're in preparation for a comp.
Yes.
And you've just signed up for a fucking cardio sport.
Yeah, I know.
So, I mean, you're shooting yourself in the foot. Like, it's actually irritating me. Like, why? Why are you, like, hindering yourself? Like, if you want to compete powerlifting, you want to give it your 100%. So what you're saying is you're not dedicated and you're not giving it 100% because you want to do this other thing, cardio. You know what I mean? So what is your reasoning? Because it just bugged me a little bit, as you can tell.
Yes. No, well, I did promise someone that I would play touch rugby with them.
That means nothing.
To me, it does. I like to keep my word.
Yeah, but then you're like, hey, I'll do that after my powerlifting comp, which you've already put off once before because you went to Singapore like a dumb cunt. So, yeah.
It's just a month till November.
Yeah.
So, like, it's the crossover I wasn't expecting, but it is what it is. Yeah. So I'll make the most of it. It just means I have to eat more and shit. But yeah, it's just getting used to the fact that I'm asking more of my body at the moment.
Yeah. But you're also telling your body not to build muscle.
It seems to be fine so far. Like, I'm hitting all my goals, numbers and shit like that.
Yeah, but like, there's a lot of study out there that proves, like, hey, if you're building muscle, do not do cardio after. Like, don't do cardio because you're telling your body two different signals here.
Yeah.
Like, hey, are you trying to build muscle or build a cardiovascular system? Because that's all, you know.
Yeah.
I don't know. I just think you're a goose. But hey, you do you, and if you hit your numbers, then good on you. And
yeah.
if not
too
then
fast,
I'm going to fucking rub it in your face. So, no.
For me, it's more about the experience of competing first to see if I actually want to, like, fully send on powerlifting. Like, for me, I said that to Tim that, yes, I would compete, but I don't know if it's, like, the thing for me. Yeah. Like, I don't have the same passion.
Strain, bro. I'm not even competing, and my whole body is just like, take a week off.
I will admit that following the program that Tim has set for me and stuff has, like, put me in the best shape of my life and strength.
100%. But it takes a toll on your fucking nervous system.
It does. And that's the thing, is like, there's just days where I'm like,
my body hurts.
I want to just go do some car shit, but I know my body hurts, and if I want to fucking wash my car, I'm going to be sore as a motherfucker.
Yeah.
Or if I'm going to do, like, infinite time attack on Thursday, like, I can't fucking really train properly on the morning because I'll be fucked for the night and I can't turn my fucking car.
But you have to do it.
Yeah, 100%, because that's the program.
Like, I need to fucking compete.
Like, this morning, I fucking hit a PB at deadlift, and now I just came for fucking touch rugby training. It's just like...
Yeah. What'd you hit?
160.
Woo!
It was
Big
moving.
Dog.
It was good. But yeah.
Did you film it? Are you filming your sets? Oh, my man.
Yeah, I have to.
Show me.
Tim's like...
Yeah, he has to see it. I want to see it. Show me after.
Yeah, that SPD belt, bro. It doesn't even feel like it's fucking there, bro. It's so good.
Are you sure? Oh, you might have like a bit of a longer torso than me.
Yeah.
But I have bruises from...
I think I might have broken mine in, or I don't have it ass like fucking tight, like...
Yeah, I don't have mine as tight. Like, I can fit my fingers in. Like,
yeah.
I leave mine a little bit loose, but... Because I've only got the 10 mil.
Yeah, me too.
And yeah, even my squatting on Monday, and I still got bruises, bro.
Yeah, I used to get that with my Iron Tanks one.
Yeah. I
feel like the SPD is a lot like... It's kind of just like a nice hug. It like fucking holds you.
It's a good
it's not like... It's just...
I could definitely feel the difference between a 13 and a 10. The 13 is like a lot more stiff and you can brace a lot harder against it.
Yeah.
But to be honest, like for me and you, the 10's fucking mint.
Yeah.
Like,
I agree on that.
Yeah. Yeah, because I'm still undecided whether I want to go back to bodybuilding or powerlifting. So I'm just continuing powerlifting. But I'm like changing it up, going back to like sort of like block 1.
Yep.
So I'm like, instead of going for 1 rep maxes, so Monday I did I did 2 sets of 2, you know, or a set of 2. So I was like, I'm not going to be fucking hitting crazy numbers. I'm just going to be
just reset.
Reset, building that basis back up. So
yeah, like I'm kind of in the mindset at the moment. If I do a ride in this comp, that maybe I'll do like a powerlifting comp every year, which is like at some point,
like
but not
like 3 months to
just
build up to it.
Yeah, because I enjoy the process. I think that's the thing where like you just slowly build numbers and you keep getting stronger and stronger. That's cool.
I think with powerlifting, you can see the progress. Like your numbers go up.
Yeah.
All right. Bodybuilding, it's like this shit takes years for your body to look different.
Yeah, it's not an overnight thing.
Yeah, hypertrophy takes a lot longer.
Yep.
You know, it's like, cutting is.
Yeah, that's another slide I don't particularly like. I'm still not measuring a lot of my like dietary stuff at all, and like I don't plan to because I just don't want to have that kind of relationship with food.
I haven't ever since I started. Like I came to grips with I'm bulking, so it's been like. It's been like
this is my permanent thing now.
3 months since I've lodged anything into my fitness pal. I still track my weight.
Yeah.
So I know like I've gained 6 kilo since I've started training with Sam. So 6 kilo since the start of the year. So 10 months. So it's not fat.
Yeah.
It's fucking huge.
Balls.
You know? Nah, it's a bit of fat.
That's fine,
it's a clean bulk.
Yeah.
You know, I just don't measure what I'm eating anymore.
Bro, I had to do a fucking a colonoscopy, and that shit's fucked. The bowel prep alone, like you have to drink all this fucking laxative and shit.
Oh,
bro, I lost
clean
fucking
your insides,
4 kilos, bro. I was under 70 kilos.
Fucking water weight.
I was just like, what the fuck?
Did you have to do that?
Yeah.
Yeah. I was going to say, bro, you're like, you shouldn't be doing that in prep. But
No. Like, it was just
but
one of
I mean,
those
it's
things.
just water weight. Like, so you get that back quick. But
Bro,
it's still
fuck.
Yeah, I know.
I was just like, I haven't been under fucking 70 kilos for 5 years.
Yeah, shit.
I was just like, what the fuck, man? Yeah, I'm still trying to, like, now I weighed myself today. I'm 71.8.
Oh, wow. Shit. You've still got a bit to go. You need to eat, boy.
Yeah, I do.
You need to start eating again, man.
Yep.
You want to start hitting them big deadlifts, man. You're still trying to catch up to me.
Here we go.
I'm the big dog in town, mate.
Uh-huh. Yeah.
Yeah, no, I was pretty humbled, when I went to the powerlifting comp and I was like, yeah,
that's
I'm fucking weak as piss. But you know, I noticed, man, all these guys with big fucking squats and big deadlifts, they got piss weak benches. Like people in my fucking weight class, I was watching them. I was like, holy shit, this guy's squatting 150, 160. Like, and this is like their opener. I was like, oh yeah, they can push it. But they were failing fucking 95 kilo benches. I was like, come on, boys. What the fuck? I can do 100 piss.
Yeah, it's very interesting when you see the breakdown of like some of the powerlifters and what their strongest lifts are. Because like, yeah, you'd think most dudes would like bench would be their
strong point.
Yeah, but
they're like, I love bench, but no, like most of it's squats and deadlifts. Like,
yeah,
and I get it. That's where your numbers come from, not so much your bench. You know, like. So I guess it is easier to put the numbers up on your squat and your dead because your dead should be like within 10-20%. So, but no, it was pretty interesting to see. I was just like, oh, this guy's like sort of my weight class, and I'm like, oh, he's failing fucking 90, 95. I was like, if you're going to a powerlifting comp, shouldn't you be doing repping 100? Like, shouldn't that be your goal? Is like 100 kilos? Like that's if I can't do 100, that's piss weak.
I wonder how much of that is
ego.
Not ego, but more just like programming. Like, do people not bench 3 times a fucking week like some programs do? Like, I would just wonder how it works. Yeah.
I don't know.
Could be. Maybe people just don't focus on it that much and don't care.
Yeah, I don't know.
Well, your lower body's what? The
majority of
majority. Yeah, so like...
It's the biggest muscles, let's be fair.
Exactly. So it makes sense, I guess, that would be the stronger as well. But no, I was sick, man.
But I was just like, oh, whatever.
Night of Champions.
Night of Champions was sick.
Mr. We'll have to also congratulate Mr. Lacho, man. Third place.
Third place on a shit day. Like he was not happy. He was
about
not a
squat
happy
depth.
camper.
Yeah.
First one, he put a 200 on the board. Piss easy. And then he went 210 and then they pinged him for depth. I took a photo of it. It was man. It's just on it, bro. Like, it was on the limit. Like, you speak to some people and they're like, nah, why wouldn't they call that? And other people are like, oh, slight crease. And then he went for 210 again and he fucked it. He, hinged forward, overthought it, cooked himself. But Sam's got a fucking strong bench. So he did how much bench again? I think he did 155. 155 on his second.
Nice.
That's a big bench. And then he did 157, but they pinged him because I think he lifted his ass just a tiny bit. So they pinged him for that. But he still put a 157 on, where most people in his class, there was only one or two dudes that were lifting heavier than him on the bench.
Yeah.
So most of them were 120, 130. So yeah, he's got a real strong fucking bench. And then he's dead. He did 245, which is mega. I think there was only two people stronger than him. So yeah, third place. Nice. Good on him. Third place on a shit day. 600 kilos total on a shit day. That's a mega effort. I told him, I said, man, you should be proud. You did fucking kill her on a shit day. You consider it a shit day.
And that's his first comp back
in
after
a year
he's
and
hurt
a half.
himself. Yeah. So
after a year and a half. And he's like, man.
I think that's pretty damn
be proud,
good.
Fuck.
Yeah.
So yeah.
For sure. And then your good old coach.
Callum, I think he did what? I can't remember the squat. I think it was 280, 270 something squat. I could be wrong. Don't quote me. But I think his bench was 177.5.
Yeah.
Which is fucking huge. And then a 325 deadlift.
Yeah, I remember because I was watching the live stream, the commentators were like, oh, this is a comp PB for him for two of his lifts, I'm pretty sure.
Yeah. So, yeah, mega.
Pretty sick, man.
Yeah, man. That's huge. That's stupid amounts of weight, bro.
Just insane, man.
Dumb. Actual dumb, mate.
Yeah, and he's already back at it, man. I think he's on his way to naturals.
Yeah. Grind doesn't stop. Yeah, because there's powerlifting, I think, nationals or whatever it is in Tokyo. So,
oh, nice.
Next year.
Yeah, he's definitely going to that, man. Or he's aiming for
100%, bro.
Fuck.
So, yeah.
A solid week or two in
WA.
It's
been a hectic couple of weekends, man. There's been something on, so it's just a matter of getting through the photos and uploading. D1 Collier, I think I took 5,000 photos. Cars in the Valley and Japanese Car Day was only 1,000 all up. That was piss easy to go through. And then Sunday, Festival of Speed, I think took 3,500. It's slowly getting, it's slowly learning, hey,
what works and what doesn't.
No, when to take the right photo. Instead of just holding down the button and taking a photo from point A to point B or point A to point Z when you only need point C and D. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
You sort of learn the lighting is shit there, but the lighting's mint at this spot. So you take it, you follow the cars and then you take it at this spot, move on to the next point, you know?
Yeah.
Instead of just before I take it from fucking the start to the finish. So it's learning when to take the photo.
Just being efficient with it, I guess.
Yeah.
Did you end up taking a few photos at the powerlifting stuff? Because that's your first time photography.
Oh, yeah, shit. I took 1,200 photos.
Yeah.
Because I took photos from when they first fucking walk out to when they walk off. And you're like, wow, I just took 50 photos of them just benching.
Yeah.
And then it's times 3 for every... And I was like, what the fuck? So I got to go through all that as well.
Yeah.
So,
it was a big learning experience when I first took some photos of Tim's comp last year. Because it's there's certain key moments of that just look epic. When people are going to deadlift and you see all the fucking chalk flying and shit. Yeah.
Or when they get the lift and they celebrate.
Yeah.
It's not so much the lift itself. The lift itself is boring.
Yeah.
But it's the face that
the build up and stuff. Yeah.
The build up and the celebration after is sick. Or the background when they're like getting ready to walk out, or like chalking up. Like that's cool. The lift itself when they're like benching is whatever, because that's where video comes in. Like video's better for that.
Yeah.
A still photo.
Agreed.
But it is cool to capture the moment. So yeah, I took fuckloads. I got to go through that shit. But I mean, I don't really care for like those photos. It's more I took it for Sam and for Callan. They can do whatever they want with it. They'll get it when they get it. I got other shit I got to go through. So
little bottom of the fucking pile, son. Just like
yeah, but yeah, like when you went, you took my 50.
Yes.
So you had to be a bit more closer. Whereas I mainly at the start I was just 85, so I could be further back, and you get really nice portraits with 85. And then I put on the 70 to 200. So I was legit standing at the back, standing on a chair, and it was just perfect. So
yeah, I think that's probably the better way to do it.
Yeah,
because like fuck sitting in the crowd trying to get photos. Like you can get some, I guess, nice atmosphere ones, but it's just easier to be.
I've got some good ones, like some really good ones. So I just got to go through them, man. I couldn't believe how many I took.
Yeah,
I was like, what the fuck?
Fair enough.
So yeah,
cool. Should we call that a wrap? Nice quick one.
Yeah, we said we're going to do a quick one because we are recording a little bit later than normal. So
it's a fucking Tuesday, bro. Like who the fuck records on a Tuesday?
Tuesday, we're at just under an hour. I think we did say it was going to be a quick one. So yeah, cheers for tuning in, peeps.
Yeah, appreciate everyone tuning in. Just sort of give everyone a quick update on life in WA.
Yeah, no, it's been good. Man, there's lots of events been going on, which is great for the car scene. Yes. So yeah, if you're in Perth and there's events, just
check them out.
Check them out, man.
Support the homies.
Support everyone, bro, and support your locals. Buy fucking merch for the locals.
Yeah,
everyone was rocking fucking Mad Mike t-shirts. I was like, "Where's the Michelana shirts, bro? Like they're cheaper, and he's the WA boy, you know."
Yeah.
So I bought one.
Very nice.
I bought one, and I went up to fucking Luke Viersma's dad, and I was like, "Boys, where's the fucking merch?" He's like, I was like, you guys got any merch? He's like, no, we're thinking about it. I said, man, I'll fucking buy a t-shirt, bro. Come on, support the team.
If they are listening to this, get some merch out.
Yeah.
We'll definitely buy some shit.
That's it.
For sure.
All right, see you.
Take care.